Hi, it's Commander Green. I'm doing another Photoshop tutorial. This time, I'm going to show you guys how to make a deep fried meme. So, first, what you're going to want to do is, first, you're going to want to go to Images, Adjustments, Hue and Saturation. Turn up the saturation. Now, what you're going to want to do is go to Filter, Sharpen, and then you just do that about 1,000 times or so until it looks something like this. Turn up the saturation again. Next, what you're going to want to do is go to Edit, Transform, Warp, then just make it look super wonky and weird. Next, what you could do is spam emojis and do the same thing. This is essentially all you need. Everything else that you need would probably be like bottom text. Something like that. This is only one way to do it. There's a couple of different ways. The way that I prefer is a lot longer, but what I think is that it's a better quality edit. So what you're going to want to do is just go, gonna have to edit that out. Lol. Open. You're going to want to get a new picture. I'm just using the same one. Just cause. So what you're going to want to do first is you're going to want to go to letters and make 2 copies. Next, double click or right click one of them, and these things right here, these are the channels. So in other words, everything is made up of red, green, and blue. You can change it so that's only made up of red or only green and red or something like that. What you're going to want to do is do that and make each one only one color. Now, what you're going to want to do is take all of them and move them all slightly. So now you get this sort of glitchy effect, which is cool in any situation, not even for a deep fried meme. It's just cool in my opinion. This part you can technically skip if you really want the part that I just did. Next, what you're going to want to do is this thing. After you want to merge layers, then make a copy. You're going to want to go to threshold, and then you get this sort of demon nightmare fuel kind of thing. Something that you'd find on r/I'm sorry, John. Now you're going to take that, do that. Make sure that this is over top of this. Change the opacity really low, like 15. Expand it a little bit. Center it back up. And there. Can't really see it too well, so I'm going to make it a little bit higher. Usually you only need like 10% opacity. We'll merge layer again. You're going to want to merge a layer every single time. Next, you're going to want to turn the contrast all the way up. Now, it's already looking weird, but it's not a full deep fried meme yet. Now you get to sharpen everything. You can also do this with a sharpen tool. As you can see, I made another layer above this, so what you can do is you can fiddle with the opacity a little bit. I'm just going to set it down to about 85. Because I'm really just feeling like that. Make it a little bit small. This really doesn't have to go exactly like this. You don't have to make things like smaller or bigger, but I think it helps. You see you got this giant pink bar here and here. You're gonna have to crop those out at the end. So now you get to do the most famous part, is turn up the saturation. Now, ordinarily, you'd have a background, and the background would look super funky right now. But we don't have a background. This doesn't look super funky. You can sharpen another time if you want. Maybe sharpen edges. Now, you can go transform warp. And then, well, this part's pretty self-explanatory. Now you're going to flatten the image so that's cropped out. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Ooh, I actually forgot a part. Please forgive me. Laser eyes. I know you're all just sitting on the edge of your seats. You can also spam emojis all over the picture. You're gonna have to warp them too, though. Put it here. Turn the opacity down a little bit. Turn the saturation up again. Maybe sharpen edges again. There. See ya. Hey, it's Commander Green post editing. It's actually pretty late at night, but I'm showing a time lapse of me making this video. I recorded way too much footage, and it took me an insane amount of time to edit because I literally spent the whole time chopping up the footage. So that was actually like within a decent amount of time. So if you could subscribe, that would be nice because all these videos I do actually work pretty hard on. Now that's what I would call an epic victory.